Welcome to the Amnayalife podcast. Today we will talk about the silent struggle with imposter syndrome, how even after years of study, some of us feel like frauds every time we speak English, and what it takes to finally reclaim your confidence. I'm your host, Jack Smith, and I'm here with Chung Yaling, who has an incredible story to share about her English learning journey. Yaling, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you, Jack. I'm honestly honored and a little nervous. My whole journey with English has been wrapped up in that feeling like I'm just pretending, even when people tell me I'm doing well. I hope my story helps people realize they're not alone in this.
Here's the heart of the matter. So many Taiwanese English learners reach a level where they can understand grammar, read articles, even write decent emails, but when they open their mouths, a voice inside says, "You're faking it." Why is imposter syndrome so common, even for high achievers?
I think it's because in Taiwan, we connect English ability to intelligence or status. If you sound fluent, you're praised and seen differently. But inside, you notice every mistake, every awkward pause, and you start to believe you're not really as good as others think. The higher your level, the more pressure you feel to prove it and not slip up.
That's so true. I see this all the time. The more someone achieves, the more terrified they are to be exposed as imperfect, even though making mistakes is normal when learning any language.
For me, it became this constant fear. Even compliments felt scary, like, what if I can't live up to it next time? In group settings, even after passing tests or getting promoted, I always felt one step away from being found out.
The cruel irony is, sometimes progress just magnifies the pressure. You start to perform for approval instead of expressing yourself freely.
Yes, and it feels like you're wearing a mask that could fall off any moment.
Today, Yaling's going to share how she broke the mask, learned to believe in her own voice, and stopped letting imposter syndrome control her life.
I really want to encourage people who feel like they're never enough.
Before we dive deeper into Yaling's story, I want to let you know if you're struggling with the same challenges we're talking about today, there's a free class I've created that breaks down the real reasons blocking your English fluency. You can find the link in the episode description. It's going to show you exactly how to remove these blocks. Okay, Yaling, let's get into your story.
Sounds good, Jack. My story really started when I landed my first job at a tech company in Taipei. I'd spent years studying, aced all the English tests, and people expected me to be comfortable. But every Monday, we had a team meeting with overseas partners. Everyone looked at me to explain things, but inside my thoughts were spinning. Don't mess up. Don't let your accent show. I could answer questions, but my hands would shake under the table.
That's such a vivid description. You're performing on the outside, but panicking on the inside, right?
Exactly. And the worst part was I could feel the gap between how others saw me and how small I actually felt. A new Australian manager once told me, "You speak great English," but I thought, if only you knew how nervous I am. There was this constant pressure to be perfect.
What's interesting is, sometimes being seen as fluent actually increases the fear you'll disappoint people. The mask gets heavier.
Yes, for sure. One day, my boss put me in charge of a client call. I prepared for hours, but stumbled over some words, and the client had to ask me to repeat myself. The moment we hung up, I thought, they finally noticed. Now everyone knows I'm not really that good.
That inner dialogue that "you're a fraud" message is so harsh but so common. It's never about a real mistake. It's about this identity fear.
Absolutely. I even avoided speaking up, or I'd over-prepare everything just to feel safe. I pretended to be chill, but the anxiety got worse each time.
I see this pattern. The fear of being exposed pushes you into hiding or overcompensating, which just reinforces the imposter feeling.
Exactly. Eventually, I started dreading English meetings even though I wanted to grow.
Was there a turning point for you?
Yes. It happened during a regional conference in Singapore. I was chosen to give a short presentation. The whole week, I could barely sleep. On stage, my voice was tight, but I made it through. Afterward, a colleague from Vietnam came up and said, "I wish I could be as confident as you on stage." I was shocked he had seen something in me that I never felt. That's when I realized my self-judgment was clouding reality.
That's a game changer. Sometimes seeing yourself through someone else's eyes reveals strengths you've been blind to.
Yes, I realized that my flaws weren't so visible. No one was watching for my mistakes as closely as I was. I decided, what if I acted like I belonged here? The next meeting, I spoke up early, even if my voice shook.
That's the essence of overcoming imposter syndrome. Behaving confidently even before you feel confident inside.
Exactly. Over time, I stopped obsessing about every sentence. I focused on connecting with people and sharing ideas, not proving myself.
That mindset shift changes everything. You start aligning how you see yourself on the inside and the outside.
The anxiety doesn't fully vanish, but it doesn't control my choices anymore.
If you could redo those early meetings or presentations, what would you do differently now?
I'd ask more questions, admit when I didn't know something, and let myself make mistakes instead of covering it up. That's when real connection happens.
Can you share 3 actionable tips that helped you break out of the imposter cycle?
Absolutely. First, write down every compliment or small win you receive in English, no matter how minor.
That's brilliant because it builds real evidence that you can do it, instead of only collecting proof of your doubts.
Exactly, and revisiting these notes helped me push back against the negative self-talk.
What would tip number 2 be?
Practice being vulnerable. Admit to a coworker or friend when you're nervous, or even say, English isn't my first language, but I'm excited to try. Most people are supportive.
That disarms the inner critic and invites real empathy from others.
It's so freeing. Third, consciously celebrate every time you speak up, even if it's awkward. I treat myself to coffee after meetings where I push through fear.
Positive reinforcement shifts the focus from perfection to progress, which is the real goal.
And it changed my experience at work. Now I'm the one volunteering for more opportunities, not hiding away.
Yaling, your story proves that imposter syndrome is a sign you're growing, not failing. The courage is in showing up, not in being flawless.
Thank you, Jack. If you're listening and you feel like a fraud, please don't wait for the fear to disappear. Take action. While you're scared, you'll realize you belong too.
Imagine if everyone saw themselves with even half the kindness they show their friends.
That's my wish, for people to believe in their story, not their doubts.
Our greatest breakthroughs start when we stop waiting for perfection and embrace who we are right now.
I hope every listener gives themselves that chance.
Yaling, thank you so much for being here today and sharing your story with us. I know our listeners are going to find so much value in what you've shared.
Thank you for having me, Jack. I hope my experience helps someone out there.
I'm sure it will. And to everyone listening, if you want to discover the real reasons that are blocking you from speaking English fluently, click the link in this episode to watch a free class that will show you how to remove these blocks.